I'll have to see now. Hello, hello. Okay, everything seems to be fine.
Oh, dear doctor, what would you trade for the peace nights you once knew?
Wait. This is probably better. This is fine. Yeah, about halfway. Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. So don't mind me, I'm just gonna visit me friends. I'm sure a few of the people watching the stream would be surprised as to, wait, how did this guy just do another stream on the next day? Because I did the stream yesterday and I'm streaming today as well. I know how shocking this is, but I am dedicated to the cause of trying to reach chapter 6's end.
Is this how you greet Texas too?
Until the deadline, that is June 14th, because that day is pretty special to me, let's just say. You'll know why on that day. Don't worry. But yeah, that's why I'm doing multiple of these. That's why I'm basically if it requires me to, I'm basically gonna stream every day until I reach, like, just until I
Is this how you greet Texas?
I'm already failing at trying to communicate. Standard Matrix stream, as you know, but that's why I'm trying to kind of stream every day and rush through chapter 6 just a little bit, I guess, in that sense, because normally it would be like, okay, I did this stream, then 3 days later I do another stream.
Is this how you greet Texas too?
If that even ends up being the case, because life is unpredictable. I either get distracted or end up doing something else, you know, the usual, as always.
Is this how you greet Texas too?
Yeah, that's about it for now. You're visiting a lot of people.
Is this how you
I like this
Texas
new update. There probably has been like a series of updates that I just have not been paying attention to, but this update is quite significant in the fact that the recruitment text is sped up. Some new ENVAs, voice lines for some characters. I don't remember exactly who, but Thorn's Altar event, as well as some other quality of life changes on the base side, if I remember correctly. So yeah, all in all, it's pretty nice. But anyways, let us continue with Chapter 6, Stage 12. I actually have a funny story that I would tell when there are more people in the stream. But I'll hold on to that story until I forget about it eventually. Anyways, in 6-2, Snow Upon the Tundra. The Yeti Squadron has placed special Originium facilities around the battlefield. Please be prepared to respond accordingly. Originium Ice Crystal periodically releases a frigid wave that will inflict cold to affected allied units. Hello, Virgon Dust. Hello there, welcome to the stream. How you doing? I'll use a practice ticket here because I'm fairly confident that I could beat it first try, but who knows. By the way, after reading Chapter 6, you must read Arknights' memoir before reading Chapter 7. Also, I'm doing great. Hey, that's great to hear, man. Sorry, that's great to hear. So before Chapter 7, I should do Arknights' memoir. That's the canonical timeline of events. Alright. I'll do it then. Yes, okay. I have heard this before in the Arknights, like when I was talking to some other Arknights people, that you should be doing Arknights' memoir. Alright then, I'll keep that in mind. Let us continue with the story, before I yap too much and bore a new viewer to death. Because I have a bit of a habit. Yeti Squadron Member A. All the reunion teams I could reach have pulled out. That's a lot of people. It's incredible, like a river. It'll be a river out there in the wilderness. A river of refugees. There's Ursus and Lungmanites out there, infected and ordinary folk alike. No matter what they came with, they're leaving empty-handed. Where is... Okay, let me remember. This is in the previous stream. In the last stage, in 611, a Yeti Squadron are guarding the safe route for people to exit from the slums, because the raincoats of Lungmen, or the Lungmen Special Forces, aka the Shadow Guard, are slaughtering people, and Frost Nova is with us here, with the Yeti Squadron, and yeah, we had the Crown Slayer and Calcit scene. I think that's about it. That's what happened in 611. Alright, so now we're caught up to speed. They thought that there was a place that would take them. Now they know there's nowhere near. Now they know there's never anywhere they could have gone. This river won't flow forever. This river of people, you mean? He sounds so sad. Yes, I made him sound very serious. I know, game. You don't need to point out my shitty voice acting, but I'll still voice act it. He picked that up. Wait, what? Did he... He sounds so sad. He picked that up from Big Daddy. Who? Yostar, you can't just... Wait, where are they... Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I did have a thought. Maybe that's just how they call Patriot. But my mind just went elsewhere, and I was like, Yostar, you sure this translation is alright? You sure that sounds good? Alright, okay. It's Patriot. They're just thinking this, I assume. Or maybe they're just whispering. It's either one of those. He sounds so sad. He picked that up from Big Daddy. No wonder anyone would get sentimental at a time like this. Whispering. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I'm just lost, man, when trying to read Arknights dialogue and making sense of it. I guess that's just part of the course for reading a visual novel like this. Okay, they're whispering about. He sounds so sad. Oh, cause okay. My bad. I didn't read the name. I know, that's why I'm here. Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, my bad. I thought the entire conversation was just between Yeti Squadron member A and B. I didn't notice that Nesty had also butted in. That was also part of the conversation. That's why I was confused. Wait, you two were just talking. Why the heck are you whispering to each other now? But okay. No wonder anyone would get sentimental at a time like this. If Big Daddy was here, we would have won the fight, and it wouldn't have come to this, huh? By the way, you can also watch the anime after this, as it covers chapter 0 to chapter 6. It helps visualize everything. Oh, actually, fun fact, I've actually watched season 1 myself, and watched a reaction of season 2, from like somewhere on YouTube. It had some scenes cut out, because reaction, and YouTube being YouTube, but I do remember some scenes, though, because I was too curious and I couldn't hold it in. So now I'm reading this after the fact. I'll still watch, like, after finishing chapter 6, I'll still watch season 2 on my own. Because I know I've missed quite a bit of scenes that were visualized. Courtesy of watching a reaction of something. That's just how it is. Okay, it's Yeti Squadron B. It's the luck of the draw. No use thinking about how things could have been. Get ready. I'll go talk it over with the Phantom Crossbowman. Don't rush me. It's not like I don't know. Hurry up already. Quit screwing around. I'm pretty choked up too. Any other questions? Feel free to ask. Thank you. I for sure will. I'll have more questions as I progress the story. Are you sure? Blaze. It's Yeti Squad, Rhodes Island operator. That's just a default operator, I know, but whenever I look at this operator, I'm reminded of Guard and the sacrifice Ace made for us. Salute in the chat. We'll forever remember your bravery. Rhodes Island will forever remember your bravery and sacrifice Ace. Godspeed. What about Amiya and her people? They're already on their way. Amiya said to tell you to take it easy. Hey, Amiya knows how Blaze is. She knows better than to tell me that. It's me, Blaze. When do I ever take it easy? Blaze, where are you going? To save lives. Okay. Crossbowman, wait up. Yetis, what are you doing? It's Sister Frostnoa. She's growing weak. She can't keep this up for long. She's exhausted her energy pushing back Lungman's forces. She may not wake up for a while. You mean you want us to take her with you? You mean you want her... God damn it. You mean you want us to take her with us? I nailed it. But we aren't going back to Chernobog. Foss didn't want Mephisto to go back. We're begging you. We want Sister to be together with Patriot in the end. We know they're not exactly getting along right now, but The bond is stronger than blood. So please, we beg of you. Hey, that's a heartfelt request. Can you really deny it? And what will you do? We'll cover you. If you don't hold them back, the Arknights will catch you in no time. Once you're all far enough away from Lungmen that you, once you're all far away. God damn it. Man, I always mess up during some lines for some reason. Once you're all far enough away from Lungmen that you're no longer a threat to them, they'll give up the chase. But that means you guys will live by the sword, die by the sword. You're okay with dying in battle. The future that Sister Frostnova spoke of is still a ways away, but we don't need to see it for ourselves. It's okay, we've all been there. Yeah. Fair. Yeah, true. We owe you our lives. That came out weird. We owe you our lives. That's nothing. You're saving our sister. We will do what you ask of us. I swear it. Take these arm guards and put on this protective suit. What for? Our sister is far too cold for you. Oh, okay. I sometimes forget. Just her presence alone is already extremely cold. She's so light. The arts have emptied her body. Easy now, easy. Don't wake her. Look at her. Look at how softly she sleeps. Goodbye, sister. We'll be waiting for you. Alright then. Let's move on. It's us that's moving on. We'll meet again, Yetis. Not too soon, I hope. Yeah, that's basically a confirmed death flag. Yeti squad member D. Are we going to die? This is not exactly time for Ursine profanities, Yeti squad member A, but sure, it's a really tense situation. I'll let that slide. What are you crying for? Are you Yeti or not? Are you not crying? What am I crying about? Did you forget what sister said? She said not to cry. Oh, that's... I'm confusing these guys' names because all of them just have the same design. It's sometimes just... Okay, maybe it's just me. Maybe my brain is just the one that can't keep up. Okay. I need to pay attention. I need to focus more. Alright. Petrova. She said not to cry. Right. She said not to cry. More than a decade ago, she said not to cry. So I don't want to see any tears. We don't get to cry, because we haven't won yet. Once we win, once we are free. Pro tip, always read the name in advance to avoid confusion. Yeah. Once we're free, we'll cry our eyes out. In the wilderness, in the snow, in the stacks of wheat piled high, we'll be bawling. Sister was crying as she said it, you know. She was only 9 at the time. We were all a little older than her. Without her, we would have died in that mine. Did you bring the sauce? Bring the what? Wait, I thought we weren't allowed to bring it? You're not allowed to drink on the march. But you had it with you, I know. I want to drink too. You're not old enough yet, are you? But I've never tried before. I don't want to die without ever tasting it. Give him a little. Petrova. Fine. Take a swig, but not too much. We all need a share. What's that? Nazdor Rovie. Nazdor Rovie, brothers! Warm up! Russian. I know it's Russian, it's just how do you pronounce it? I meant to say how do you pronounce it? I ended up saying what's that? I do know like the famed where what's it called, all the inspirations for countries are from. Like Ursine is Russia, Yanis is China, Lungmen is Shanghai, Iberia is Spain, and a bit of Mexico, if I remember right. Victoria is basically the United Kingdom and England, and Sami is like the Norway tribes and all that. Jerag is... I can go on and on. I know like quite a few of them. But for some I do not legitimately have no clue what their original inspirations are. But yeah, because I've spoiled myself on stuff, like just a heads up, like Doctor's backstory, some Babel stuff, some stuff about Theresa, chapter 15 stuff, and along other things, and also watched all of the Terror Story and lore videos because, hey, they're great, and those are the ones that made me interested in the game in the first place to check it out, and now I'm here reading it. Yapping aside, let's continue the story. Petrova to sister and Big Daddy. You know, Big Daddy the translation just sounds a little funny to me. You know what I mean. Internet culture has rotted our brains. That's for sure. Yeti Squadron altogether. To Frost, Nova, and Patriot. Cheers. We had brains. Alright. Hey, I would at least consider myself like I have some amount of brain, alright? So, but anyways, welcome Nefer to the stream. I know you might be surprised, like, back-to-back stream? I just did a stream yesterday, and now I'm streaming today? Did we end up in a wrong timeline? No, I just want to get to the end of chapter 6 like before June 14th for me, because June 14th is a special day. I won't elaborate until that date comes along, but yeah, where I'm from we still can call fathers daddy, so it's fine for me. Yeah, I mean it's fine for a lot of people. It's just when you say it on the internet, some people would just end up taking it the wrong way. Then yeah, internet culture has rotted the brain of quite a few people. Mia. I do, Officer Chen. But this final battle must be fought. Oh, do you know these infected? Okay, that's what Chen asked. Do we have a choice? We may not. But this... Okay. So Chen said, do you know these infected? Amir replied, but I do, Officer Chen. And then Chen said, but this final battle must be fought. Amir replied, but do we have a choice? Okay. We may not. Look behind you. They're not even trying to hide themselves anymore. The black raincoats. So, we have to fight them. This is what we must do. If we don't, we'll fall short. And the business of pursuing the special forces into the Yetis becomes pretty unconvincing. Unless you could convince them to surrender. As long as there's infected behind them, they won't give up. Amiya, I won't force you to fight. I'm sorry, Officer Chen, but we will witness it. The LGD fought bravely. No one can deny that. You fought for Lungmen against the invaders. This is how we will help you against these special forces. And for our sake, we must record every battle for the infected. This is so messed up. That's how Arknights is, baby. A messed up frickety frick of a situation that's been convoluted by history, grudges, hate, and all that, with a touch of depressing fantasy-esque sci-fi world. This world comes in all flavors and I love it. I love Arknights for it. The amount of world building that you get, all the flavors that you get to experience of this singular planet called Terra. Every single one. Amiya, Officer Chen, when this battle is over, let's grab a bite together. Let's go. But I'm infected. I don't care. The loudmouth and tall lady, they won't mind either. This battle, it's going to cost a lot. For us, it's a battle. For Lungmen, it's a war. And that's what war is. But whoever it was who planned all this, they're not here. Say, there's something I have to tell you. But not right now. Yeah, not right now, Officer Chen. She's still hesitating a little, which is extremely understandable in this situation. Doctor. Oh, okay, sorry. I gestured a little too quickly. She's remembering Doctor. Oh, we're right next to her. I need to stop assuming stuff before it actually happens. I'm noticing that's becoming a bad habit of mine. Don't want to watch? But just like in the ruins of Chernobog. You're right. I decided. I need to see it with my own eyes. Together. Yeti Squad Member D. So, we don't call her big sister because she's older than us? Why am I learning this just now? Well, it works for you. You were 3 years old back then. Damn. I mean, doesn't that show... Wait, so the Yeti Squadron have been, like a group, been together since they were children? Huh. Damn, the familial bonds now made even more sense now. I thought that they were just chill guys, you know, treating each other as brothers and sisters. No, they literally grew up together. Okay. They grew up in the mines together. Ah, that backstory is probably gonna... I'm probably gonna have some more light shed on that as time goes on. Psst. Hey, what's with the attitude? Did you get drunk off 2 sips? When you cried out for food, did I feed you or not? That was then. This is now. You know, it's funny. I'm suddenly thinking about the Those Rhodes Islanders. Why? That one cat with the hot body, the one who said she wanted to drink with us. It's too bad. She looked like she'd be able to hold her liquor. She looked like a real good time. But the little rabbit, she can't be old enough yet. What is she, 16? 17? More like 14. She just seems older because she talks fancy. As old as sister was back then. Let's toast them one more time. So it is said, so shall it be done. So shall it be done. So shall it be done. 9. Ah, this is 9. Okay. I did forget her design for a bit in the last stream when she had a conversation with Chen. But yeah, now I'm remembering. Arknights should be more coordinated. Get out of here. The Yetis can only hold them for a while. You don't think what they're doing is incredible? Yeah, salute to them. The last cheers. If we die, then they did all this for nothing. The Phantom Crossbowmen say we can't go back to Chernobog, so we're going to a new place. You don't care where our new base is? Wherever it is, I'm going with you. You Lungmanites are no different from us. I was hoping they'd treat you better here. Turns out it's the same as it was in Ursus. In fact, it suffered the same everywhere. That's not what you said when you first got here. People change. You changed in such a short amount of time? No, okay. Yetis? Are those the Yetis? It's the Yetis! Right? Definitely. Yetis! Yeti! Why are you Yetis like this? By the way, get used to it. Arknights loves to force to kill enemies who don't want to kill. I mean, I'm already used to it. I saw the shit this universe has. Completely used to it. That's like you slightly open the door and that's the first thing you'd see. Love the mature tone in the story. Like, honestly, that's also why it's becoming one of my favorite universes and one of my favorite stories. And I know, like, when I do read later stories, I'm gonna enjoy it so much more than right now. I'm still enjoying it, but I'm just gonna... It's gonna be even peaker. It's gonna be cinema, then, as people would like to say on the internet. Damn it! Don't die! I won't let you die! Just hold on, I can save you. I'll get you to safety. Why do you infected want to die here? Ah, shit. Oh, so we don't get to see their last battle, huh? You're now entering the good territory. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Like, it starts picking up after, in like chapter, like really picking up in chapter 5, 6, and chapter 7 being the early peak, as one would say. I'm excited for Patriot, man. Fucking Christ, I love that guy. Love the dude to death. To be fair, via the story, the raincoats are doing the majority of the work, and the gameplay is not quite as representative of what's happening. Yeah, fair enough. The special forces stopped attacking? No. Looks like they're pulling back. Seems like they're giving us the initiative. Are we showing the power of Lungmen law enforcement? Lungman profanity. They underestimated us. Never mind. Listen up. This is the last wave. Don't disappoint the people. Or Chen, sir. Or Chen, ma'am. I don't know. Maybe that's just the All-Star translation messing it up, because Chen is clearly female. But sure. We'll show the Union how powerful Lungman is. The infected won't dare attack our city again. Patroller. Phantom crossbowman. Don't let us down. We have to get our sister back to the old man. She's running out of time. She should spend it with him. Rhodes Island's job was just to mop up stragglers that the LGD left behind in the sweep-through. Ah, yeah, that's how they encroached upon the slums. Right. Now I'm remembering stuff. We don't have much time left ourselves, eh? Ready? Ready. Let's give back our lives. Damn. Damn, man, that line hit me. Let's show them what the squad trained by... shit. Yo, I wanted to do like some impactful voice acting, but the fucking name messed it up. Boldroskasti versus Greater Soldier. Let's show them what the squad trained by Boldroskasti versus Greatest Soldier and led by its coldest nightmare can do. The last of Sisters Originium Arts. Frost Originium, ready to lose. Boldrocasti. Boldrocasti. Okay. Boldrocasti. Okay. Hey, Boldrocasti. Hey, no. Now it's been imprinted into my brain, hopefully. Nesty, we're coming. Ah, shit. Better known as Patriot. Ah, that's his... Yeah, because I was thinking... Damn, though. Boldrocasti. Ursus's greatest soldier. And also the coldest nightmare. Jesus, those titles, man. Oh, whenever I hear about freaking Patriot, man, I think... Sometimes those titles and the shit he's done just hit me like a truck and I get goosebumps. I love that guy. Yetis! Yeah, they basically sacrificed themselves. He's literally the strongest warrior in Terra. Yeah, I can see. I've unknowingly looking at the chapter. What's it called? Chapter 7 spoilers. I mean, not unknowingly, but like, I will spoil. So I do know some stuff. Okay. I need to drop some in there. This ain't gonna work. Sure.
Solid positioning.
No, bro, sorry, but I'm really not religious.
Activate that. Embryo.
Auto calibration in progress.
Please. By the way, who's your 6 stars? I have quite a few of them. But damn, that stings. He was so low on health. Jesus. Anyways, I should... La Pluma. La Pluma.
All I have to do is keep him. There you are.
Activate that. My 6 stars are Liner, Lapland the Decadenza, Syria, Mountain... who else? There's also others that I'm currently forgetting for some damn reason, but... Yeah, there's quite a bit, I'd say. I have like 6 or 7 6 stars. Forgetting the rest of them because it's been a bit since I've properly played Arknights. Oh, you have a lot of good ones? Yeah, I got, yeah, as well as Typhoon. I also have Typhoon. And actually, you know what? Rather than showing it, rather than saying it, after this practice run, I'll just show it to you.
Stay calm.
You'll have to try harder than that.
And it's been about 7 to 8 months since I started playing Arknights, by the way. So it's been quite a bit. Though, to be fair, I did take some breaks in between. So there is that. But yeah, I have my main squad leveled up completely to E2. So that's my latest achievement, as well as having Mastery 3 on 2 of them. Ever heard of contingency contract? Yes, sir. Sorry guys, let me just focus a bit here. Don't want to die. Yes, I have heard of contingency contract. I have all the soundtracks of all the contingency contracts right there in my pen drive, and whenever I need to listen, because we have in this house we have a TV. It's a broken old LG TV. The screen doesn't work. Just straight up, the screen doesn't work. And it's funny because I think it was like bought in 2014-15ish. So what I do is I figured out a genius way to put it to use by hooking it up with a pen drive by its HDMI cable. What I end up doing is turning off the tube light that we have in the hall, and by looking at the screen and the way that the tube light's light reflects from the screen, I can see the after images of the things happening on the screen, just like a small amount. I know this sounds really weird, but bear with me for a second. And that's how over the years I've just built a habit of navigating through the pen drive and listening to stuff or videos that I have downloaded on the pen drive. Because, I mean, the TV's there, might as well put it to use, you know, whenever I want to listen to something. But yeah, I hope you got what I mean, because I don't know how I can explain it better than that. So sometimes when I'm like, I'm in the mood to listen, more of a large speaker, yeah? Yeah, the TV has been turned into a large speaker. The 2015 LG TV. It's a pretty big one, actually. I think 34 inches? Something along those lines. By the way, ever tried IS? Yes, I have. Actually, you know what? Let me show you my wares, my account. So, of course, on the main screen I have Lapland the Decadenza, one of my favorite characters from Arknights. Let's go in the operator screen. And here it is. Yeah, 6 stars. Sorry, 6 stars. Narantuya, Lapland Decadenza, Typhoon, Mlinar, Mountain, and Syria. These are the ones that I have leveled up. Tin Man is I use frequently. Wow, fancy being back after a while. Hello, Ethan Lee. Welcome back to the stream. It's been quite a bit. Hello. How have you been, man? I know I haven't streamed really since like a month ago, but I did stream yesterday, and I'm streaming now, and I'ma probably be streaming tomorrow as well. Why? Because I want to really get to the ending of chapter 6, and the deadline is June 14th. And the reason will be revealed on June 14th, because there's going to be a special stream, wink wink. Anyways, enough about that. But yes, this is my current account, Lapland. I was groomed like most Arknights players to E2 level 80 normal Lapland. Where the fuck was I? I don't know, man, but you have quite a bit to catch up on when you have the time, or don't. Just continue watching from this stream onwards. I don't mind. Do whatever floats your boat and whatever gives you the most enjoyment, sir. But yes, recently, like I think 3 weeks ago, I E2'd level 80'd Aurora. Hey, nice. I only know, the Aurora that I have in my mind is from Enfield. So, there you go. Because funny story, I actually discovered Arknights because of the Enfield trailer. Okay, so before I go on another rant, instead of showing you guys my current account, missed out on the Lappy Saga. That's sad. That's sad to see. That's sad to hear, man. A fellow Aurora enjoy RC. Alright, so before I go on this rant, do you guys want to hear once again, like for some of you, but for Ethan and Vergon, do you guys want to hear how I got into Arknights? It's gonna be a quick little rant, about 5 minutes long. Yes, I have a habit of yapping a lot, so you'll automatically be disinterested if you don't accept that fact. Sure? Alright, why not? Alright, okay. So, let me narrate the story then. It was a day like any other. I open up YouTube on my homepage. I scroll through my homepage for a bit, as I usually do. And after looking at the thumbnails of 20-ish videos, I spotted Arknights Enfield beta test trailer. This seems interesting. It caught my attention. Looks 3D. Let's click on it. It's only a trailer. Why not? I click on it. I watched the entire trailer. And let me tell you, the highs have never been higher. The excitement, the goosebumps that I got from the trailer. That trailer scratched that sci-fi itch I had deep within me in just the right way. I was like, I was like moaning in pleasure. Maybe that's a bit too descriptive, but bear with it. So I go into the comments, I discover, this game is gonna be in the universe of Arknights, because apparently the studio behind it, Hypergriff, have made another game. After putting that trailer aside for a few days, I was curious, why not? I waste a lot of my time, why not go down another rabbit hole? And then I watched a few lore videos, specifically the Terrastorian lore videos. I got hooked on the world building, let me tell you, and on the story and the premise and the dark, depressing things that happen. I considered, because at the time, funnily enough, I was playing HSR. I considered for quite a while, should I download Arknights? Should I just give it a go? The final push that pushed me was, I heard, oh, there's gonna be the 5th anniversary soon. You know what? What better way to dive into a game than when it's gonna be its anniversary soon enough? So I downloaded Arknights, started playing, liked the visual novel style, and that's how I've fallen down this really, really deep rabbit hole. And it's never been the same since then, man. It's never been the same. But yes, that was story time with Matrix. That's how I got into Arknights, and I've watched a lot of EPs, a lot of music videos. I've watched quite a bit of lore, spoiled myself on stuff. Watched Enfield gameplay, the entire closed beta test they were having. You know, all that jazz. Really attached to this world. Can't wait to experience the peaks in the story later on. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. It sounds like you fell down a really deep rabbit hole. That is absolutely correct. You are 100% right. Something else. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? If you think that trailer was hype, wait till you see the Chapter 8 trailer. It's probably gonna be hype. It's just the 3D sci-fi game itch that was within me. The Enfield beta test trailer just scratched it so hard. I still rewatch it every now and then, just to remind myself of the peak that started this whole entire journey down this deep rabbit hole that is Arknights. Anyways, enough yapping, or else I'm probably gonna end up streaming for 4 hours, which I don't want to. But yeah, this is my account. As I was saying, this is my account. I have May, Click, Ethan, Gravel, Perfumer, Pinecone, and Cutter leveled up. Not really using Cutter at the moment, but I'll probably do. In the last stream, Mr. Rango, another one of my chatters, actually one of the first chatters that I ever encountered after starting to stream Arknights, he recommended me to level up Arena. Bro was the missing piece that I needed to beat 611, what can I say? So, grateful to Rango for pointing that out. Have any more friend slots? I do have more friend slots. Yeah, why not? You can send me a friend request. Hold up, I'll show you just a bit later. Then there's J, Deep Color. I want to use the Summoner class, but it's just like, It mostly only happens in IS. I have the 6 3 stars leveled up, currently using, and some other 4 stars, 5 stars leveled up, and I'm using them. And that's about it. As for, oh yeah, I forgot, but Crown Slayer, Pozemka, and Chen. I have technically 9 6 stars, and 6 of them are leveled up. Pozemka, I don't know how you pronounce her name, but I'm just gonna call her Pozemka. Pozzy. But yeah, quite a bit of 5 stars that I haven't leveled up, and quite a lot of 4 stars that I haven't even touched yet. But yeah, that's about it in the accounts thing. Here's my ID. I am Matrix. This is it. Feel free to send me a friend request. It's Matrix. Wow, you got Chen on off banner. Quite lucky if you ask me. Brother, my luck on Arknights so far has been quite insane. I swear to God, why hasn't Yostar added a pull history? Jesus. But if I had my pull history, I would have shown you on this banner. Why the fuck is Yostar? It's 3 events late from what I'm hearing. They still haven't added pull history. What the fuck is wrong with you, Yostar? The average Arknights Yostar frustration is seeping into me. But anyways, I've gotten really lucky. Man, Jesus Christ. I cannot tell you. On my first banner, I managed to get... Alright, so bear with me. My first proper banner was the 5th anniversary. Pepe event. So Pepe and Narantuya, right? I do only about 32 pulls, and all of them through login rewards. These are just free pulls, right? Throughout the event. And you know what I get? You wanna guess what I get? I get fucking Typhoon, Narantuya, and then Chen. All three of these damn snipers. In just 33 pulls. Something along those lines. I've forgotten the exact number, but that luck was fucking crazy, bro. It was even wilder to consider, like, you know, those daily one pull, the daily pull that you get during the anniversary. I got Typhoon from that. And I'm just like, what? I see the gravity of your luck now. And it doesn't stop there. In 5.5, because after pulling on the 5.0 banner, I did get a bit lucky on using the blue tickets on the... what's it called? Yeah, this banner, the blue banner. I forgot its exact name. Yes, this blue banner. I did get some other 5 stars that I wanted, so hey. Awesome. But in the Lapland the Decadenza event, I cannot believe that I got Lapland the Decadenza in... I got Lapland the Decadenza in 55 pulls. And on... like, in around about 55 to 60 pulls, Arknights decided, hey, you know what? Brother, you can have another sniper on top of that, which ended up being Posy. This game has been my luck in this game has been kinda insane, not gonna lie. Let me stop the rant and read chat for a bit, actually. I was bored and needed something to do on my tablet while I was visiting my parents. Looked on the Google Play Store and saw Arknights. And I recalled the anime I watched a few months earlier. Oh, so you watched the anime first, and then when you were bored, you just saw it on the Play Store. I see. Fair enough, actually. Arknights went, I heard you like playing Sniper Squad. It literally did! For the love of God, it literally did. And not to mention, my beginner pulls were also kinda insane now that I look back on it. Like, I got Syria, and then I got some other people like Elysium, Blue Poison. Like, I remember getting a stacked starter squad as well. I don't know what is with Arknights and my luck specifically, but it's kind of insane. My luckiest pull was when I got Virtuosa and Viviana in the free 10 pull. That is extremely lucky, man. That is extremely lucky, not gonna lie. But yeah, I don't know if this luck will last, or if I just sold the entirety of my luck for the rest of my time. Arknights is like, hey, you got everything you wanted. Now you will have to hit 300 pity every anniversary banner that you decide to pull on. Let's hope I don't suffer that fate, alright? Because I do want to pull... Actually, I think the pull history will be on the July update. Man, I really hope they add the pull history, because this game desperately needs it. And it's kind of crazy. Like, 5.5 years already on the EN server, and we still don't have a pull history. What the heck? I think my luckiest pull was on the Reed banner, where I got her on the first pull, just one. God damn, man, that is lucky. I was looking for another gacha, saw Arknights and placed her, and saw it was Star Defense. So the fact that it was a gacha, the art style, and then you saw it was Star Defense, all of the things just clicked for you. I'm seeing a lot of you people just discovered Arknights through the Google Play Store, huh? That's kind of crazy. But yeah, I don't know if this luck will last, or if I just sold the entirety of my luck for the rest of my time. Arknights is like, hey, you got everything you wanted. Now you will have to hit 300 pity every anniversary banner that you decide to pull on. Let's hope I don't suffer that fate, alright? Because I do want to pull... Actually, I think the pull history will be on the July update. Man, I really hope they add the pull history, because this game desperately needs it. And it's kind of crazy. Like, 5.5 years already on the EN server, and we still don't have a pull history. What the heck? I think my luckiest pull was on the Reed banner, where I got her on the first pull, just one. God damn, man, that is lucky. gave it a try, and all of you fell in love, it seems like. Awesome. But yeah, that's about it. In the depot, I have things lying around, all the mats and materials. Oh yes, I forgot, but she has been... I think I got Lapland the M3 ticket, Mastery 3 ticket. I used that on her. My friend got me into this game way back in 2019. Oh, that when actual Arknights first came out in EN? Actual Arknights, uncle? Ethan. You really do say... Yeah, you're... I presume you're one of the first people. Right, Ethan. I remember you told me this before. You're one of the first players, right? Like, literally, you joined Arknights in the first month. If I remember right. And on Typhoon, her skill 2 has been E. Mastery 3, skill 3 needs more work. I've got a bit of a module. Liner skill 3 has been Mastery 3. Narantuya skill 2 has been Mastery 1 because I don't really see the point other than that. And of course, Laplands, the Decadenzas, Lapiolters, Laptops. Skill 3 has been Mastery 3. Oh wait, I remember my starter banner. I got 3 6 stars. They were Silver Ash and 2 Hoshigumas. Damn! Silver Ash and then Hoshiguma back to back? That's crazy. What's crazy was there was a time where you had to auto farm Annihilation without an auto clear. An auto 6 times replay. Yeah, a lot of you guys can just go, back in my day, we used to manually clear Annihilation stages. You youngins have it easy nowadays. With like all of you kitted out with the top hat and cane. That was pain. I remember that time. I guess that's what that. I guess that paragraph has triggered a bit of PTSD for some of you. By the way, did you get my friend request? I think I did. Yeah, I did. We're going. Hey, nice. You have Theresa. Awesome. I actually started to keep a tech stock of my pull history, though I don't have a good history of my oldest pulls. Hey, fair enough. Does anyone else remember the era of no collect all button? Wait, what? What is that? No collect all button? This is just turning into a chatting stream. I really need to get back to the story. That was before my time. No
Rhodes Island's interior. I'm lost as to whether I should say it's reminiscent.
And yo. Rango would remember it. Let's go. Hello, Rango. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? I presume you're doing fine, like always. Damn, quite a lot of people are watching. 8 people. That's pretty high for my average stream. Good? Hey, nice to hear, man. That was way before my time. I think I joined around year 3 or 2. The era of no collect all button. No collect all but collect.
Here's a carnival costume.
Wait, for like stuff in the factory or something? Nah, we ain't that old, Grandpa. Old Grandpa. Is that what Ethan you're referring to? Like, in the factory you'd have to, on the base and dailies, I think? Damn, bro. Okay. Manually playing, factories used to be all manual and daily missions. Oh, that must have been a pain. Here I am. I started to play in W's banner. I get her, so why not play more with a limited operator? And here I am. I see. W brought you. So the cockroach brought you here. Good to know, Rango. Good to know. Alright, enough meandering, guys. Or else I'm just gonna end up yapping for like 3 hours, the entirety of the stream. Let's actually continue on with the fucking story. And when I started, we still had to do each stage manually. You know, this entire talk is reminding me of the guy on YouTube, Stephen He. His Asian skits, like, back in my day, we had to walk up both hills on one leg. Had to go to school walking up both hills on one leg while fighting 3 tigers. This is what this entire conversation is reminding me of. Love Stephen Hay, love that guy. He does awesome skits. That was pre-Arturio event, if I recall correctly. Like a year ago. I'll be honest, I like the original W skin, not the alter. Oh, interesting. That's an interesting opinion. I don't think I've heard that much before. I started just after Texas alter banner. Ah. Alright, let's go. Man, it's already been like an hour, and I still haven't cleared one stage. I started the stream an hour ago, and I still haven't cleared one stage. Dang it.
Do be careful, everyone.
I wonder who their
I
target
joined
will
during
be.
Summer Chen. Oh, you joined when Summer Chen dropped.
I am your
Because
shadow.
it didn't quite catch me yet. Then Guide Ahead happened. That story got me, even though I couldn't finish it. Ah. Let's see.
Signal story, but I'm really not religious.
Okay. Nice. This would help.
Any orders for me? Vale.
Alright, let's see. Oh, by the way, guys, just inform me if I just hope that the background fan that I have in my room going on, because we are being hit by a pretty bad heat wave where I live. So I hope that's not too distracting from what I'm saying. Just consider it rain, natural rain. All right.
Sorry, but I'm
Frick,
really
I
not
didn't need to.
religious.
Damn, I didn't mean to activate the Pluma skill there. My bad. The fan ASMR is fine. Of course, you'd like the sound of that, wouldn't you, Rango?
I'll send you home.
Wait.
ここですか?
I should. Okay.
Concentrate.
Back in my day, we used to work 48 hours a day.
Come on, use the flag.
I just started before 9 cleared the year. You ever heard of Spark for Dream?
指示をどうぞ、ドクター。
Spark for Dream? I don't think so. Is it like a gotcha term? Mubera Muber, welcome to the stream, by the way.
はい、ちゃんと聞いて。I'll heal you.
It's raining non-stop on my end, so I didn't notice. Oh,
指示をどうぞ。
I see. Man, Virgon, I desperately hope we get some rain, because it is kind of crazy how bad of a heat wave we are being hit with. Like, just yesterday, in our entire fucking state, it was declared that the city I'm living in is currently the hottest city in our entire state. And that's kind of
Signal's
crazy to
sorry,
consider.
But I'm really not.
Well, somebody's no good at hiding.
Like, it is so hot. The government has advised people to not go outside between 11 p.m. to 4 p.m. Like my IRL best bud. I told this story in the previous stream, but I'll tell it again because of how freaking hot it is, and I need to complain somewhere else. I need to complain somewhere at least to get this off my chest, but he told me that when he was coming back from college on his cycle, like the road was so freaking hot that when he got home after driving for 1 kilometer or 1.5 kilometer, like from the entrance of the city to his home, right? He noticed in his house that his tire had started to melt off. Like the side of his tire had started to melt. The rubber had started to melt. The surface temperature of the road here gets that hot in the afternoon. It's kind of crazy. See, it's kind of interesting. See, I'll just tell you all where I'm from. So I'm from India, right? I live in the capital, Delhi, the capital state of our country. And the climate here is interesting to say that when the heat hits in June, it fucking hits. When it rains, it fucking rains. We just last year we had flash floods. Like one of the river that flows here ended up flash flooding like a part of the state. And then when it's cold, it's that icy, air polluted, fucking dry, cold weather that you do not want to deal with. Yes, there is no medium point. Every weather the people in Delhi experience are just extremes. Summer, heat wave, fucker. Monsoon, die of flash floods. Winter, the winter was so bad, I think 2 years ago, the winter was so bad that it came in the news that Delhi's winter has reached such a fucking point that it's colder than the damn hill stations that we have here in northern India. It's colder than the damn hill stations at respectable altitudes from sea level. Google is saying Delhi is reaching 40 plus degrees Celsius. It's right, just yesterday. Like 2 days ago. It came in the news that my city, hottest place. Hottest place right now. The highest temperature it reached just right now, 2 days ago, was 46 degrees Celsius. And the highest ever recorded temperature in the entire history of our geological and weather data since like 50 years ago. And that's how far the data goes back. It has only touched, it had almost touched 50 degrees Celsius. So I think it was like 49 degrees or 49 degrees Celsius. And that was 2 years ago, the worst of the heat wave when it hit. And this year, at least at the start of June and towards the end of May, man, the people living here were at least provided some form of salvation in this form of, it was raining intermittently to at least keep the temperatures a bit down. But now it seems like the rain clouds have just said, I can't really, I can't really give you all water. Can you just bear with it for a few more days? And getting hit with a heat wave. Alright, enough complaining. I know, guys, I'm complaining, but yeah, enough complaining. I live in a place where every weather is just extreme, and let's end that discussion there. I'm Caribbean and we don't have those issues, what the heck. Yeah, it's pretty extreme living here. Can you cook with sunlight? Oh, fun fact, because... And you want to know why we get so extreme weather? Because to the north of us, there's mountains. In our state, there's a river flowing from that mountains. To the southwest, there's an entire desert. And then, you know, stuff like that. So we're kind of sandwiched between... So our state is kind of sandwiched between some extremes, let's just say. So the climate here is interesting and difficult to bear with, putting it mildly. Anyways, enough. The highest we have ever reached in the Caribbean was 37 degrees Celsius and to 38. Yeah, that still feels like a lot, man. I'm farming the boss of the recent event right now, and he's so inconsistent that it annoys the hell out of me. The Thorn's Altar event. Yeah, fair enough. Some things just happen like that. I think I did do it, right? I didn't leak any enemies. Alright, let's continue on with the mission then. After I finish this, I'll be back. I'll go ahead and drink like a glass of water real quick for like a minute.
As long as we achieve our goals.
I've already talked a lot, and in this heat I do need to remember to drink water. Or else I'm not surviving. But yeah, funny story on the... Now I know what I wanted to do. Last point I'll mention on the extreme weather here. In our desert state, that's called Rajasthan, to the southwest of us, a story came up that... Because the entire India was experiencing... The entire country was experiencing a heat wave during summer here, like last year. Like, there were stories coming up, like some soldier at the border in our desert state actually managed to cook an entire egg and cook chapatis, like flat, really flat bread, whole wheat bread that you would cook on a pan. That's the dish that we eat, generally referred to as roti. Yes, I'm giving you knowledge about our food, our culture, and our geography. You didn't ask for it, but I'm gonna yap anyways. Shit. Anyways, I yap too much. You may have heard of it. We also eat that here in the Caribbean. Ah, interesting. I do know, like, Indian restaurants have been spread far and wide in the world because of just how many people we have in our country and how many of those go out. But, interesting to know. But yeah, you want to know another crazy fact? It was so hot that in offices and in corporate buildings, the ACs had to continuously just running like 24/7. And because of that, there were several reports on the news of multiple ACs being under too much load, and they ended up just exploding in multiple buildings last year in summer, in June. So yeah, it's kind of extreme. In Trinidad, East Indians make up the majority of the population, second to Africans. Interesting.
Signal Sable.
I never knew that.
Sorry, but I'm really not religious.
I'm assuming that's a place in Caribbean. Bro, I missed another fucking Christ. I need to stop yapping and start focusing on the stage. I am leaking these enemies like I have 3 brain cells. Alright, let me focus real quick and I'll continue the conversation then. I'm sure some of you are getting sick and tired of this. I really need to... Bro, it's about to be 1.5 hours and I still haven't cleared this damn stage. Oh god, let's not hit a new high, right? Let's not break our own world record. Nah, we chill. Good to know I have the chill audience then.
under this banner in the name of the Lord.
I know a guy who could.
I've always wanted to try saying that.
Never. Do you mean Pixel Tree? Because I occasionally watch the guy. The new Arknights player that joined. Is that who you're referring to? Maybe you're just referring to someone else, but that's just the first person that my mind just went to. He's a YouTube streamer that recently got into Arknights. I mean, recently as in like 6 months ago. But yeah. Status Gaming. Ah, that other dude. Funnily enough, I think he actually started streaming Arknights at the same time that I started to stream Arknights. He has been getting quite a lot of views. Quite a lot of success in the Arknights community. Happy to know that, like, people... like, the Arknights community being so welcoming. I've watched, like, 1 or 2 of his streams. He seems chill. I like him. Oh, I forgot.
Let's get this done quick.
Stay calm.
Yay. No, this is not good. Come on, 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 come on. Come on, come on, come on. Rest.
Support incoming.
Retreat. Okay, you know what? I probably should throw freaking Tin Man in here. Now that I think about it.
Patience, I don't imagine the future with such a narrow view.
Wide open spaces are dangerous, you know. はい、ちゃんと聞いて指示をどうぞ。ドクター、普段通り釘を打てば大丈夫。
Loving how efficient Pinecone's been in these stages. She's been really helpful. That's what you get with E2 level 40 Pinecone. I took 2 weeks to beat Frost Nova. I mean, back then that is understandable, my guy. Back then it was kind of a different story, wasn't it? Okay. I think we did it. Wait.
Well.
Yes, we did it.
Good at hiding.
Didn't even have to use the full squad. Let's go. I had enough time to finally read chat. I took 2 weeks. Okay. My only 6-star at the time were Mudrock, Siege, and Angelina. If spiders are giving you trouble, just J S1 above. Hey, we still managed to clear it. Lapil, Turk, and also Silence. Yeah, I know that. Yep, I'm using my brain, baby! Since I've already maxed out 6 stars, I'm just like... You know what? Almost maxed out E2's 4 stars and 5 stars are the way. Oh, a cutscene. Alright, now this is where the intermission comes. I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, guys? Have fun chatting amongst yourselves. Right, hello, I'm back. Come on. What are you all chatting about? You save a lot of materials if you don't upgrade 6 stars. True. Good question. RA or IS? IS. RA or IS? I have only touched the... what's it called? The tutorial of RA. Reclamation algorithm, but I haven't continued. I prefer IS5 though. I've just played a lot of it in order, I mean, as you know, I already have Tin Man, but yeah, I just prefer IS5. Played quite a bit. I think I'm at level 47. Right. I am actually at level 47. Where is it? Oh yeah, I just remembered I also need to do the monthly mission for today. I have 43, right. Yes, I got it. But damn, this level 65 reward is dang tempting. A Mastery 3 ticket for a 6 star. It is tempting. I'll probably play it in my own time, slowly but surely, and get there one day. But yeah. But it's because of the emulator's performance. Yeah, I would not trust to run RA. Like, I would not trust to stream RA from this old ass phone when it already struggles to stream at 1080p at 30 frames per second. Like, you can ask Rango in chat. Brother has suffered through the lag that I got when I was trying to play IS5 on stream. There's previous streams, you can see if you're curious, but yeah. Oh my god. I am never touching RA on stream. I'll probably play it on my own. If it even works in this old phone, but hey. That's about it. It just doesn't work in my PC. Yeah, fair enough. I also cannot wait for PC client when 2 years later I will actually get to try it. Some raids will wreck your FPS, that's what I've heard. Some are almost as bad as that one stage from Sue event. There's a stage on there's Sue event that I need to look out for now. Drone lag stage. Are you strictly on game mode? Yep, it is. Now that you mention it, doesn't your phone overheat? Right, Rango, that did happen 2 separate times on stream, didn't it? Well, thankfully, since, you know, when I used to stream previously, the background noise of the damn fan was so loud that I actually had to turn it off and suffer through sweating buckets every few minutes, but now that it's been fixed and it doesn't make as much noise as before, the phone is not overheating. I'm watching the stream and farming on my phone. Multitasking. All right then. Vergon, you have invested some points on that multitask skill. Respect. I guess streaming is very taxing on the phone. It is. Before streaming, I was actually kind of surprised that you could even stream from the phone, like actual in-game streaming with a PNG avatar that moves when I talk, all that. I just didn't know that was a thing until I discovered this app. Not sponsored, it's just what I use, Prism Live. It's pretty nice, enough to get you started, and it also depends on your phone. But yeah, let us continue. Oh yeah, also, when I... what's it called? Yeah. When I finish this cutscene, just remind me that I have a really interesting story to tell you guys that happened just before I started this stream, today's stream, alright? Because it's gonna weird some of you out. But it's gonna be funny. Regardless. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Come, Adam, bring warm water. Dad? She's alive! Great, she's alive! Thank the ancestors. Adam, move it. Dad? 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 Yes, I'm Dad. Yes, I'm Dad, certainly. What is this? Is this like a backstory? I'm gonna assume so. Don't sleep. Don't sleep! Hold Daddy's hand and don't let go. Dad, I'm so cold. Don't sleep, my daughter. Stay with us. Oh, shit. Wait. She was named Adam? That sounds a very masculine name, but okay. Her body temperature keeps dropping. Mishka, do something. No? Oh, okay, maybe it's another character. Gotcha. No way to tell the flow? It's cold. Daddy, it's cold. Oh, that's just noise in the background. Okay, gotcha. Daughter. My daughter, hold on. Daddy, don't ever leave me again. "10:48 a.m. Ruins of Chernobog, District 14. Yeah, because we are in Chernobyl. Upper superstructure levels. This is after the end of chapter 4 and before the end of chapter 5. Sorry, before the start of chapter 5. What am I saying? Hate to bother ya. Wake up. I'm awake. You didn't kill me while I was unconscious? Is that confidence or something else? This sort of thing has happened before. What was it? I didn't have a choice. Can I do that? Do we want to play the naive doctor? Or do we want to just say, I didn't have a choice? In any case, you didn't. Probably because you've been talking in your sleep. Can I ask you about your life? Probably because you've been talking in your sleep. Sure. I'll take that as a sign that you've shown mercy. Now, if I don't kill you, I'll call that returning the favor. Have you explored our surroundings? Couldn't find a way out, could you? Looks like we won't be able to leave this place for a while. Yeah, it's just us. It's just it's just us and the snow bunny. So, how's your day been? Sorry, wrong question. I already know that answer to that. Just trying to make small talk, you know? My father, as I call him, is named Buldrocasti. Buldrocasti. Yeah, I remember it. My father, as I call him, is named Buldrocasti, and he was once an officer in the Ursus military. But my real father died a long time ago. As a child, I vaguely remember a man taking a crossbow bolt to protect a woman, and the woman took me in her arms and stopped the second volley of bolts with her spine. Jesus! You witnessed it with your own eyes. I couldn't even comprehend what was happening at the time, and this memory just happened to never fade. As for what really happened, it was my grandmother who told me all about it later. Huh. So, ultra-powerful bunny that can freeze me solid if you wish, how are you doing? See, that's a good conversation starter. That's a good icebreaker. See what I did there? Icebreaker? I'll see myself out. When I pressed my grandmother for the meaning of that vision, she had no more excuses, she told me. They were your real parents, and they died protecting you. The funny thing is, I don't know them at all. I don't have any memories of them in my mind other than that vision. The door's right there. My own parents were just forgotten. It's hard for me to even say I have any feelings for them. Okay, should I share this? Nah, it should be fine. You guys are already watching too much of me, so why not another bit of Matrix lore that I'll inevitably end up streaming. Inevitably end up saying as I stream more and more Arknights as time continues, but I can relate to Frost Nova there in the sense that I never saw my grandfather. He unfortunately passed away before I was born. So whenever, like, back in my home village, relatives, whenever my maternal grandmother or one of my uncles or aunts ever mention my grandfather, I'm just like, it's interesting to know about him. It's interesting to know about my father's father and what he was like, and, you know, asking about him, getting to know a bit of his life through my father and my relatives. But yeah, I have the same feelings. I don't really have any feelings for my grandfather. He was gone before I was born into this world. So yeah, I can relate to Frost Nova there. What do I say? So your grandmother raised you. Half and half. The other half was the blood of the Ursus infected. What? What? I was born in a mine in the northwest tundra. Ah, this is where the backstory actually comes in. Gotcha. The mine was small and remote, not part of any city, and with no settlements around. There was nothing to see but snow all year round. Stories of the grandfather you never knew. Yeah, that's the feeling. I was never that close to my paternal grandma, so when she died on my birthday last year, I didn't feel anything about it besides the usual pity. Understandable. Something similar in my case. My grandfather was quite well known. He was a firefighter. Well, salute to your grandfather then, Rango, for his services. Oh, funnily enough, my grandfather actually also worked in public service. He was in the electricity board that we had. Because, a fun fact, in India we have states like they do in America, but it's a bit different, right? So, originally, both my paternal side and my maternal side of the family actually come from the same state. We just moved to Delhi later on in life. So, my grandfather actually used to work for the government electricity board there. There's so many stories. Like, he was a sociable man, and I've heard so much about him, but it's just like you guys are saying. Never really seen him, so no attachment, just... India's like a whole subcontinent, so it's understandable. Yeah. We are the extremely overpopulated definition, the epitome, I would say, of diversity. Every 50 kilometers, the people will change, the scenery will change, the language will change, the clothing will change, and the food culture will change. And the culture will change, yeah. That's how diverse we are. But yeah, getting back to the topic, it's nice hearing about, a bit about your relatives, when they were good people, did good things. They had their own flaws, from what I hear, but hey, at least I can respect a good life, right? So it's mostly just out of curiosity. Yep, and you speak English pretty well. Thank you for the compliment, and it took me about 10 years to get here. Not gonna go into a separate rant. That rant can be saved for later. I've already said this on the stream, alright? Or else we're just gonna end up talking. But yeah, took 10 years of watching YouTube, and then in lockdown, voicing out novels I was reading for 8 hours a day for 2 months straight, and then talking to strangers on Discord. Yeah, that sounds about right. If you don't mention it, I wouldn't guess where you're from. And throughout this 10-year process, not 10 year, throughout this, okay, that's exaggerated. 10 years is a bit exaggerated, but basically throughout this 8-year process, more so, I just got a lot of input, heard the language a lot, did a lot of stuff, spoke it a lot during lockdown and after lockdown, and that's how I ended up being. With no recognizable accent. So it's always funny. This is why it's always funny to troll people whenever I meet, whenever I'm talking to somebody, like a stranger online. It's always fun to ask them, can you guess where I'm from? And they guess, it's not a discernible accent like an American accent, Australian accent, or a British accent, but they'll always guess, maybe somewhere on Europe, maybe somewhere from Europe, or some do get close, like Asia, who knows, but most of them just end up being, who knows. But yeah, I'm close, right? You're from Indonesia? I'm close, right? No, I'm from India. Hello, Spirit. Welcome to the stream, by the way. How you doing? I would assume that would mean you're also in the southeastern Asian territory. The mine was hell, built only to spread death and slavery. There are countless such mines in the snowy plains. My birth parents We're miners in that hellish pit. Oh, so literal slaves in the snow mines of the snowy plains, huh? Like I said, Arknights' story does not hold back at all. My grandmother stayed with me through my early years of learning to speak, but she never told me what crimes my parents committed to be sentenced to mine labor. Ah. I live in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Middle of the Pacific Ocean. Philippines? Wait a minute. Somewhere around Australia? I don't know. I wouldn't know. Like, somewhere in Southeast Asia or Australia? Probably. Pirate ship, Hawaii. I'm next to NASA country. I'm next to NASA country. 6-7, it's in my name. 671. My best description would be I just live above Venezuela. I do gotta admit though, I don't know a lot about geography. Oh man. Wait, Myanmar? No. Oh, no, that was yes, okay. Sorry. Guam. Okay. Man, it's really showing through that I do not know a lot about geography other than my country and some of the countries around me. Rango wins $20,000 and a free trip to Fiji. Yay! Congrats, Rango. Venezuela. Okay, let's not get even more sidetracked and figure out where each and every one of you live. But I'm next to NASA country. Therefore, I'm gonna take a wild guess, an extremely wild guess, and say you're either Canadian or Mexican. I know Rango is from Argentine. Guam is Silent Spirit. Just Google the free money. At least you get to go to Fiji. I don't know where is. I don't know where Fiji is. Same. I don't know. Is that a mountain range or something? Yeah, my lack of geographical knowledge really is showing through in the stream, huh? Hey, it feels really nice. I gotta say though, like, on a serious note, it feels really nice to know, like, through YouTube you can reach so many people. Wait, you're from Wait, you're Hawaiian, Nepfer? Well, I'm American, but NASA is right across the ocean. Because, I mean, that would make the most sense to me. Huh. But yeah, as I was saying, on a serious note, it just feels really nice to have so many people from around the world watching my stream. Just a random little old me on YouTube playing a Chinese gambling tower defense chibi game. I appreciate all of you watching. And if you did like the stream, please be sure to like it. Self-promotion. Anyways, I'll stop. My grandmother stayed with me through my early years of learning to speak, but she never told me what crimes my parents committed to be sentenced to mine labor. So her parents were criminals. Later, when I was a little older, I asked around in the mines and learned that both of my parents had opposed the Emperor's wartime plans. We're all chibi gambling addicts here. Fair enough. Wouldn't it be a launcher for NASA space rockets, not the office of NASA? Oh yeah, cause doesn't NASA launch their rockets in the East Coast? Oh yeah, speaking of, I don't know where the headquarters of NASA are. No, I live in Florida. The Space Center is on the island off the east coast of Florida. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, you're a Florida man, Nepfer. All I've heard of Florida is alligators, mud, and bikes, maybe? I don't know, I have a weird stereotype of Florida, I'm not gonna lie. Please tell me you have a pet alligator. Kinda wanted to ask the same question. NASA HQ is in Texas. Like most companies have been moving to Texas. Because I feel like quite a few of major companies have their headquarters in Texas for some reason. Sadly, I do not have a pet alligator. Aww. That's a bit disappointing. I have the world's largest pitch lake and the world's largest roundabout. And over 300 species of birds. The world's largest roundabout? Hold up. Okay, I'm actually looking it up on Google. Frick it. Virgon, you got me too curious. This stream started as me trying to stream chapter 6, then talking a lot about my personal life and how much it sucks because of the climate in Delhi, to going full on international and figuring out where each and every one of you are, like each and every one of you live, or are from. I mean, on Google, it's showing me some place in Malaysia, not gonna lie. World's largest roundabout? We doing geoguessing? We have caiman, not alligators here, and we only keep babies as pets. It is your due diligence. It is your due diligence as a Florida man to get a pet alligator. Born in Ohio. The urge to meme on Ohio is high, but I respect Sir Nefer, as a fellow human being, so I will not meme on Ohio, despite the Ohio brain rot. Because who knows what goes on in Ohio. Finally, I won't be shocked as our education probably isn't updated. I don't know, wasn't there like a famous story about like a Florida man? something? Bro went from one American extreme to another American extreme. Oh my god. Interesting. All right, you did say the Caribbean Sea, right? In Venezuela. Is it one of those islands like Puerto Rico or Barbados? Santo Domingo or Cuba? Lower? Is it like an island or something? I'm now genuinely curious. Florida man is most definitely real. Who the hell robs a store by threatening the clerk with an alligator? But I'm not a native Floridian, so all the silliness that happens in other states is more hidden. Yes, right above Venezuela. Is it Caracas? Oh, right above Venezuela. Aruba, is that an island? I don't know. I'm just looking at the freaking map, man. Wait. Jesus. Saint Vincent and Grenada Island. Damn. Ah, yeah. Caracas is the capital of Venezuela. Trinidad is an island just off the coast of Venezuela. The country is an island. Okay. Wait, wait a second. Didn't Vergon say he is from Trinidad? Hold up. Trinidad and Tobago, country in Caribbean. That's what Google is telling me. Where the heck is this? Ah, just above. Okay. Alright. Okay, I just got it. I don't know why I missed such an obvious island. I was looking even more above. Wait, is it St. Lucia? Is it like one of the other islands? Is it like even more above? Puerto Rico side or something? No, it's literally just above Venezuela. Okay. Gotcha. Australia, the biggest island of them all. Okay. Alright. Yay, let's go. We found where the country where Virgon lives. God damn it. We played GeoGuessr. Literally everyone has told where everyone lives. If only we could live in the world of Arknights. Silent Spirit, I would never dare. I would never dare to go there. Are you kidding me? No thanks. That is a country filled with rock cancer, seaborne, depression, racism, genocide, collapsals. Oh hell nah. I am not. No thanks. Bro, it's no different from our world. My brother in Christ. Where the frick do the abyssal horrors and the creatures from the sea, the demons in the north, where the frick are they in our world? No thanks. I mean, I get the comment, like, it's a very realistic look at the shitty situation our world is in, but yeah, no, I would much rather prefer live on Earth than on Terra. Don't forget abyssal and cosmic horrors. True. And since we finally came full circle to the Arknights discussion, let's continue the story, shall we? Bro, have you seen what's at the bottom of the ocean? There are effing demons of the deep down there. Yep. We have Alaskans in the north. Does that... Are we gonna Are we gonna name fucking the Alaskans as the tribes? Like the demons in the north? Is that what we're going with? Oh my god. Yeah. Coelacanths? But they did not come to the surface, luckily. True. Yeah, man, I would rather prefer that those creatures just stay in their territory and don't come out to end the world. Anyways, enough yapping. Time to jump into the depressing backstory, that is Frost Nova's backstory. So her parents opposed the Empire's wartime plans, okay. Also, unlike Terra, we still have the French. God damn it. God damn it, oh my god. There has to be a French joke. Every single time I don't know why. I see the damn French joke of hating the French everywhere on the internet. I know some of the historical context, but it's just like, really guys, we need to bash the French so much every day? Really now? We're better than this. Come on now guys. Rock cancers, that's nothing, bro. We have IRL nuisance streamers. Yes, I know. Especially in Japan. And Johnny Somali. Oh god, that guy is getting what he deserves in South Korea, let me just say. Long time coming for the guy. The recent CN event with Phantom Altar has French VAs. Oh, let's go. Do you know that the French literally fatten up a bird and kill it by drowning it alive in wine to eat it? What? Is that true? Is that like a food tradition in France? One of the French AK YouTubers recreated the wrath of the Syracusans. It's just What? What? Also, I think it's an endangered species. They fattened up the birds and killed them so much for delicacy that it's now an endangered species. That's not even a very French thing to do. That's just a very humanitarian thing to do, and not in the sense of saving humans. I love all ethnicities. Sorry. Okay, I butchered that word so hard. I love all ethnicities. Because I love all their... Okay. You know what, Silent? Fair enough. Chocolate and pasta, if I recall, so justified. Oh, the friend... Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a canonical event. Chocolate on pasta. A literally food crime. Wait, I just remembered the lore. Wasn't that how the War of the Four Empires started? To just annihilate France and Arknights? And now only a few French descendants are alive in Arknights? The country just no longer exists? Yeah, unfortunately. No, that's a different war? Oh, okay. To eat the bird, they literally have to cover their faces. Damn. What? You learn something new about people around the world every day and cultures. Okay, so the war between the four empires is a different war. And the battle that started because of the food crime, that is, chocolate on pasta, is a different thing. Did I get this right? Man, this stream is just me yapping. Jesus Christ, we're never gonna get through this stage. The wrath of the Syracusans almost started the war with Gaul, because the Gaulish chef put... Okay. Chocolate on pasta. And if I recall correctly, Syracuse are the Italians, right? And Gaul is France. Gaul, France was defunct after getting bullied to death by Victoria, UK, and Lithuania, Germany, Ursus, Russia, and Kashmir, Poland/Netherlands. Okay. Right. That was the War of the Great Four Empires, if I remember right. Almost 40... Jesus Christ. Okay, I guys, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna ignore chat until I finish this cutscene. I am rambling too much like a crazy person that needs to be locked up in a mental asylum. Their arrest was also an accident. The bottom two lines of the arrest warrants were blank, so the sergeant in charge of the search haphazardly copied the name on the doorplate. Without trial, my parents lost their names and moved from their warm little town to the cold Northlands to serve a centuries-long sentence. Oh, so it was unfair execution by the law on top of that. Damn. Of course, no one will even live to see that, let alone ever leave alive. My grandmother was sentenced to the mines together as a harborer of criminals and moved with them. Ah yes, that person committed the crime, so their family must go to jail as well. Very nice logic, Ursus. Average day in Ursus. It seems like it. In fact, all the miners there had very similar experiences. Naturally, both of my parents contracted neuropathy down there. All the miners did. And it only gets worse when you get to chapter 7. Oh, I bet it will. Tangents are inevitable. True. Now, even if you escape this mine, no one would believe a word you said. You're just an infected person, the most horrible, vicious, and extreme of the uropathy patients. However, the overseer of the mine, a certain Ursus military garrison, believed the natural death rate of the infected was still too low. Even after all that? They drew straws to decide the fates of the uropathy sufferers, killing them for fun and sport. Ah, I see. Maybe it was the miners that drove them crazy rather than the snow, and maybe the infected didn't count as humans in their eyes. Yep, that's definitely a standard in Arknights, and in some countries of Arknights. When I was 5, my parents drew the black lot. Shit. When I was 10, my grandmother drew the black lot. When I was 11, I drew the black lot myself, but it didn't matter. They didn't care about the lottery anymore. They just want to abandon the whole mine. By that time, all the adult infected in the mines had died out, and the Emperor's new policies had left the mines starved of people. Under orders, the Ursus overseers prepared to go ahead and execute the last of the infected. A few sick children. Jesus! Wait till bro sees Castle. I have heard some stuff about it, but that's about it. It must be a shite job, guard. A bunch of people who'll die in an isolated mine. Shades of old Chinese justice of sentencing the extended family. Isn't that really popular in fantasy novels and Chinese manhwas? Because that was once a part of Chinese history, right? Multiple cultures had that, to be honest. Yeah, true. Because I can say China had that. Russia apparently maybe Russia did. Under the USSR's regime. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. And some others. Also risk yourself of uropathy exposure from dead infected. And an added bonus on top of everything else. That leveled up arc for just medieval Europe had that. Understandable. Yeah, I recall seeing this happening a lot when reading Romancing the Three Kingdoms. Afterwards, they would collapse the mines to serve as mass graves for the infected to cover up their sins. Yeah, because they didn't want anybody to find out what they did. Classic. I learned later in my travels that they do this all the time. Yeah, I don't sympathize with the guards, but thinking about what the job entails, it's a terrible lot in life. Yeah, I can understand that, but still, doesn't excuse the actions they committed. I was sad. I was in pain. I'd broken a lot of ore. I lived with other kids in the mines. We loved each other, and we were all going to die for nothing. Strong feelings hatched in my chest. The deaths of both my parents and my grandmother played vividly in my mind. When the execution started, My arts erupted from within me, killing the 4 soldiers carrying out the execution. And in these extreme circumstances, that's when usually the originium arts within an infected awaken. Of course, I didn't have the power to turn things around. The children were mere cattle to the overseers, who, as soldiers, carried sharp blades and wore solid armor. And we were like bugs who just managed to sting them. The cries of my siblings reached my ears just as they knocked me to the ground, and the final wave of slaughter was about to begin. A guerrilla band arrived. That was Buldrocaste's. That was Buldrocaste's team. All there was soldiers guarding the infected on the northern tundra have dreams, and this squad is their worst nightmare. Jesus. You seem proud of them. If I could be, I would be. They killed every last executioner right before us, and the infected children in the mine escaped. Damn. So, oh. So he was the one that saved all the children, huh? It's just the blood of my less fortunate companions and that of the dead soldiers flowed together and crystallized into ice on the inhumanely white ground. And I realized something in that moment. These soldiers were just following orders at first. They shed the same blood as us. Yes, those children then become the Yeti Squadron. Yeah, I guessed as much. Words and stories and fabricated animosity planted the root of cruelty and indifference in their bodies. It was Ursus that turned them into this. The regime, the empire, the government, as one might say. Why are you suddenly hissing? Please, do me a favor. In the left pocket of my jacket, there are some candies. Take one. You can also take one for yourself if you want to try it. Oh yeah, right. Silent Spirit and Virgon, you two are talking about the upcoming co-op event, right? And how you're gonna troll people? A lot of Arknights lore is based on real historical events and people. I mean, each country is loosely based on IRL nations, and some characters are loosely and directly inspired by characters from history and fiction. Dorothy's vision and Dorothy herself takes elements from The Wizard of Oz. Ah, interesting. Yeah, fair enough. And the thing I like about Arknights, it's the inspirations, and it's the even more important fact is how they tie all of those inspirations together into a single cohesive world that feels lived in. Each country with their own culture, people, mentality, thinking, history, surviving in a world stricken with neuropathy, catastrophes, seaborns, demons, and all the other stuff. That's why I love it. It's the taking inspiration and in the way they have implemented it in the world. Reina Victoria has elements and themes from Arthurian legend with King Arthur, but historical and political inspiration from Oliver Cromwell. Okay, I'm leaving. Hi Rango, you saw me yap a lot. Take care everyone. Yeah, you too, man. Take a candy, take 2 candies? Yeah, take 2 candies, we'll try it as well. Oh? Looks like you've got a taste for snacks after all. Just a warning, the sugar may be completely different from anything you've ever had before. But life is short, you should try something new, right? Then what? Please put the candy in my mouth. Careful not to touch my skin. Like this? From my fingertips to my neck, I'm paralyzed. I can only move from the neck up. But I can still freeze you instantly with even the slightest movement of my tongue. That sounds... You know what? I'm not judging, but some people would be into it. Why not? Some people would... they would get excited by that. Not me, though. Not me. So don't worry, if you offend me, you'll be dead soon enough. Jesus. Give Frostnova the candy. Thank you. Ah yes! The illusion of choice. What a metaphor. It tastes extremely spicy. The look on your face. That scene was very detailed in the anime for some reason. Lies, bros, got that Indian spice resistance. Alright, so... I wanna go... Fuck. You triggered another rant. I'll just quickly mention it. I am unique in the sense that my family does not use that much spice. Yes. We have a lot of spices here, but we do not use it. Instead, we cook food in earthen pots with minimum spice for health. And it tastes fucking awesome. Wouldn't like it any other way. Because yes, I do live with my family. Sorry, couldn't resist teasing you a bit. I've made that joke so many times that no one falls for it anymore. And now, at last, I saw a chance. Sorry, I just couldn't help myself. I'm 1/4 Indian and only one of my sisters eats that much spice. Yeah, some people here, man, they go to the fucking extremes. I know one uncle, like, he's not my uncle or anything, just one random person, like, friends with my father. But he needs spice in, like, he needs green chilies, really hot, homegrown green, not even homegrown, really hot green chilies, right? Indian green chilies. He needs them in his food. He needs them cooked separately as a side dish. He needs them in his side dish. He eats them like with salt, even with like a bit of what's it called? Pepper or like lemon, and some burnt spice, burnt green chilies as well. That uncle's spice tolerance is something else. My neighbor needs Trinidad scorpion peppers and almost everything. What the fuck is Trinidad scorpion peppers? Some people are like that though. I can't judge too hard because they just really like some ingredients and like to use it in everything. It's nice to know that you're 1/4 Indian. Why do you eat this stuff? One of the hottest peppers in the world. Needs some blood in his caps. That man. Yeah, that uncle needs some blood in his capsaicin system. Oh my god. Because I'm cold. I told you to be careful, because even if you torch just the tiniest bit of my skin, you'll get severe frostbite. Oh, by the way, guys, since all of you are still here, and this is kind of crazy, I think I hit my... This is the second time I've hit my all-time high of 11 people watching currently at one point. Be sure to subscribe, because for the next few days, I am going to try to at least stream daily. Like, even after, like, June 14th, that's gonna be a special day. I'll reveal to you guys why that is so, but I'm gonna stream daily, just for a little bit, and then after that, I'm gonna get busy, right? So it's gonna be 3 to 4 hours stream daily. Depends on how much time I have, but that's how it's gonna be. I haven't streamed in a whole month, so I'm making up for lost time. And after that, it'll be back to like streaming once every 3 days. Right? So be sure to subscribe if you enjoy my content, and also like the stream, the second self-promo. I have a lot of fun, and it's really nice to know all of you came to the stream and are watching me and are getting entertained, chatting with us. I would like to say, even though there are only 10 of us, we have created a small little Arknights corner on the internet. A wholesome little corner that I would like to stay in and be a part of for as long as time allows it. That got weirdly sentimental. Moving on. Oh fuck. Oh shit. No. Oh. Damn. Oh. Yeah. Man, I really need to move my leg when I'm streaming. Jesus Christ. Basically my whole streaming setup is just sit on your bed, at a corner of your bed in your room. And just occasionally move your legs around. Because I'm usually sitting cross-legged, or just straight up, like my legs are out in front of me, with the older laptop in front of me to keep watch on chat and how the stream is performing. Take it easy, uncle. I'll reveal it. I've been teasing you guys too much. June 14th is my birthday, so exactly at 12 a.m. IST, Indian Standard Time, or 1 a.m. IST, I'm gonna be doing a special stream. It's still gonna be Arknights, but I'm gonna be doing a special stream on my birthday. And on that day, you'll know how likely old I am. There you go. Figures. So be on the lookout for that, because I might want to make it my longest stream ever. Wink, wink. Alright, I've given you guys enough information. Let's move on. If you had touched me before, I would have been able to tell by your reaction. You didn't. You didn't try to kill me. This phenomenon is beyond the accounts of extant academic sources. Why was that so much? It was so small. What the hell? Why was the text so small? Okay. Sure, maybe they just didn't have enough space. My cold goes even beyond winter itself. The heat from the outside world cannot penetrate the bitter cold that surrounds my body. I love hot drinks because I can feel the warmth of the drink as the hot steam slides down my esophagus and into my stomach. Bro just said he never saw this in the books. I mean, I read what it meant and I understand what it meant. It's just, why was the text so small on that choice? I mean, dialogue box, but anyways, Yostar. The only pleasure I have felt is this mix of alcohol and stimulating spices, with a little candy, if you can call it that. Oh, that stings a bit to hear all that. She's literally just constantly cold, not experiencing anything else, and the slight bit of warmth that she gets is from candies and the like. This warm feeling, even if it's only a brief illusion, brings me a bit of comfort. Sorry for teasing you earlier. So, you just said it was cold because they'll always choose to shrink the text instead of making the box bigger. Yeah, I know, right? But empathy created this horrible body of mine. At that moment, however, Buldro Castes held my ice-cold body that had never known warmth close to his chest. Aww. He didn't care at all that I'd frozen his unarmed arms to the point of partial necrosis. Jesus! I'm not sure if it was the emotions he was feeling at the time that infected me or not, but I stayed awake and survived in the end. So Boldrocasti became your father. He's my whole family. As a young child, he was all I had. Like I said, I don't remember much about my birth father. Subconsciously, I did indeed thought of the huge beast as my real family. Hard to say. It's just that, despite his appearance, he's sentimental and stubborn in places. Man, isn't it funny that such a man used to be a killing machine for Ursus? It's a classic quote. War and battle changes people. It changes a man. I've heard that somewhere. I don't know where, but I've heard that. It's not funny, is it? I can't laugh either. It's not funny, is it? Oh, okay. That was the tone. He was once a hero of Ursus, who retired to a certain city-state in his old age. As a soldier of Ursus, but fighting for the infected. Beware of the old man who works in a field where men die young. Yeah, I think that was the quote, right? Beware of the old man who works in a field where men die young. Yeah, right. That's why the Spartans respected the elderly. A bit of Roman history tidbit about it, I mean. His wife died young, and he's survived by his son. Wait, what? His wife died. If you don't take Ursus at their word, You'll see that he's in good company, although there is only one that the infected call Patriot. His wife died young, and he survived. He is survived by his son. Yo, Star, for the love of God, when are you fixing these translation issues? I know likely never is the definitive answer, but like, come on. By the way, he's a Sarkaz, from the most vicious Sarkaz clan at that. Still, his son became a soldier. A Wendigo soul. Wait, what? Still, his son became a scholar. A Wendigo scholar. Perhaps the first in the history of Ursus. Buldrocast T contracted erbithy during his last battle. His men helped him hide his illness, and he had even hidden everything from his own son. He didn't want to drag his own son down with him, only to die in some dark corner of the world with the disease. However, during the Great Rebellion, his son was campaigning for the rights of the infected. Long out of touch with his father, the son still sees him as a nurse's puppet. Oh. And he was. They commanded him to keep order in his own ranks at all cost. He allowed the soldiers to use their weapons. Conflict erupted, and corpses piled in the snowdrifts. That's who he was. A soldier in a completely authoritarian regime, huh? Then he saw his son on the street, his body by then completely cold. I wonder if he thought of his son when he hugged me. His son fought for the infected in his own way, and Buldrocasti believed he had killed his own son. His team left with him. Since then, the Northwest Tundra. Oh god damn, this line is hitting me. His team left with him. Since then, the Northwest Tundra has had a guerrilla force that strikes fear into the hearts of Ursus who dare to abuse the infected. The old beast never said a word of any of this to me. He probably does think of me as his daughter, but I also want to tell him to tell me this stuff in his own words to me. I learned it all from his men, but Buldrocasti himself won't speak to anyone. That monster of a stubborn old man with a fragile and porous heart. His team has passed through 4 mines before saving us children. The kids in those 4 camps weren't as lucky as us. They found their bodies buried in the collapsed mines, and the company of the soldiers that carried out the executions were nowhere to be found. Shit. What did he find in me? Infection? Redemption? Or a little psychological comfort? I'm not sure. Is coughing and internal bleeding also a symptom of your infection? Probably. Maybe. Probably just the result of me overusing my arts. It got pretty intense today. This sort of thing has only happened once before. Unconsciousness, general paralysis, and the inability to move around even when conscious have all happened. I know my own body. You can't use your arts again. Oh, are you going to fight for me now? Rhodes Islander, what do I call you? You can call me what the Rhodes Island operators do. Dr. Matrix? Dr. Matrix. I admit that I admit that you Rhodes Islanders can fight, but I still don't trust you. Not to mention the fact that you're supposed to be in a pharmaceutical company. Rhodes Island does a lot of things. What happens outside of combat is none of my business. The subtle riz is insane. Hey. I watched you fight in Chernobog. You have a strong stance, something I confirmed with my own eyes, but I couldn't judge your character. I heard that Alex died at your hands. It makes me doubt your path. Now I can't let you leave Chernobog and cause more harm to the Union's infected. But you're willing to listen to so much of my crap. I'm going to assume you're not exactly as the other infected described. They're just scared. Who wouldn't be afraid of the one who brings death? Dr. Matrix, are you scared right now? Honestly, I'm not sure. Do you really feel fear? I doubt it. If you look so peaceful in the face of death, then I think maybe you really have no attachments at all. Christ on a bike, that is making me... That sentence feels like foreshadowing for what happens. That sentence feels like a hint to the Doctor's past that I know a bit about. Question I think about all the time. Am I afraid of death? I've heard that the Ursus garrisons call me the Yeti Princess, the wintry death. The truth is, we were just a few ragtag squads wandering the tundra, barely scraping by. My arts were powerful, and I proved as much to my enemies and teammates alike. Of course, my body, as you can see, is only that of a neuropathy sufferer. I felt special, not because of my illness, but because of the feelings my frost instilled in me. I saw my ability as a blessing, but Boldro Casti, that grumpy old fart, treated it like a curse. I couldn't feel the cold as we waded through the deep mud in the swamp, icy water soaking my legs. The old man wouldn't let go into battle, even as his soldiers took heavy casualties. He lit his oil lamp and sat quietly at the table by himself. I think he was crying, but I couldn't be sure. I didn't know if I should comfort him. Jesus, this entire monologue was really cut short in the anime, if I remember right. Right? I assume it was let me go into battle. Okay. In my 5th year, I summoned a cold stream for the first time in the face of the enemy. One soldier was frozen into a block of ice. Another accidentally fell on the block, and they both shattered into pieces. Yes, it was cut short. I joined the fight. The soldiers looked at me in awe. My brothers and sisters were proud of me. And another infected said, "That's our big sister. She saved all our lives." Did my arts actually save anyone? The children from the mine carried the Originium crystals I had made, and we became the Yeti squad. Those crystals radiate my cold, and we bring frost and vengeance to the enemies of the infected. But that's really just cold. The cold of winter that won't birth new life. Even so, I feel very lucky. My brothers and sisters could survive. We could live in this world. Have you ever wanted to coexist with the ordinary people? Ordinary people. What do you mean by ordinary people? The unarmed but cold-eyed citizens of Chernobog who watched the infected being put to death? Or the Ursus conscripts in the mines who take pleasure in shooting us? Every time I think of the faces of those overseers, I grit my teeth and fantasize about slitting their throats and drinking their blood. Fair enough. But I don't hate the Ursus. As our guerrillas trudged through the snow, retreated from the valley, and were even chased by the Ursus army, it was the Ursus who put a few cups of bread brew in their windows. I love this dialogue as it showcased the unnoticed bigotry in our thought process. Yeah, because what do you mean normal people in Terra, right? The Ursus have never been cold-blooded creatures. The only enemy I have is the Empire of Ursus that has tormented the infected so. Because you should always remember, don't hate the people from a country. Hate the authoritative government or the regime putting their own people and the people outside of the country through said suffering and oppressive authority. I don't think of ordinary people as the enemy. Ursus who are taught to hate the infected are just ordinary people until they're blinded by that hate. It's only because enemies kill each other that we fought as we have. That's all. I'm an infected person, yes, but before that, I was a normal person. What about what Reunion is doing now? My main conflict with Buldrocast T is in his work to protect the infected community. Reunion first name. That infected can rely on. No matter where Reunion goes, no matter what it does, we cannot abandon it. To lose Reunion is to lose infected conviction. Fight for conviction. Oh, it's gonna be fun voice acting Patriot in Chapter 7. That's what the old man says. That's what the old man believes. She's mimicking Patriot. Yeah. I see it. I notice it. Why do you keep pausing like that? Because that's how he talks now. I just... preserving his cadence. Hey, that was a good joke. Dr. Matrix, do you know why Rhodes Island is a nameless pharmaceutical company? Because you can't take a stand on the world stage. As soon as you take that step, you'll become what Reunion is now. She's so playful, I love it. You'll go down this road. Maybe. I wouldn't deny it. After a dozen years of rolling around on the tundra, an infected woman reached out to us. She said, "Come with me and let us break all chains." Imagine it. We met in the ruins of an old city that had become a battlefield. She was alone, carrying nothing but a roster and a bag of leggers. Even the things she said I found impractical to the point of ridiculousness. I'm assuming this was Talala. But she said to us, "Come with me." She fought with us, and with her strength and ideals, she became our friend. Together we left the snowy plains and headed for the cities of Ursus. Whether was the word she spat out after pausing to think, or the swing of her great sword as she slashed alongside me, her power was real and plenty impressive. When the wounded needed treatment, she was there. When discussing strategy and philosophy with the infected, she was there. And when fighting against the Ursus death squads, she was also there. We even get to dine with some regular people. She didn't care. There was nothing in her eyes but the purest authenticity. Our team grew, so did our friendships. The people brought in were good at fighting, and they were good people. At the time, I considered her my friend. She quietly helped me make these candies, even though she was terrible at it and that they tasted worse. She made a funny face as she ate them, and then she'd force a smile at me. It was really something. She worked so hard to put on a brave face. It made me laugh. Everything's different now. I assume, yeah. Chernobyl was destroyed by catastrophe, as you can see. All the normal people here died or became newly infected. Their eyes were dead, no desire to live anymore whatsoever. If this is what she wanted, then we never should have followed her. And in case you didn't know, here's a secret. She's planning to take over Lungmen. She says it won't be like Chernobyl, and that the infected will get their own city instead of a giant ruin like this place. Would you trust someone like that? No, they have proven through their actions they cannot be trusted in the present. If she's acting, then she's the greatest actor the world has ever seen. But there's a thought stuck in my head. What are my chances of winning if I went up against her? Once we part ways, once I found out she's been lying to the infected, or that she's been plotting against them, I will fight her. She must know the price of betrayal. My countless deadly battles with Ursus have cleansed my mind and honed my skills. I say with the utmost conviction, even if I cannot defeat her, I can let death take her from the world along with me. The stubborn old man wouldn't agree with me. He's fought too long, and his old age is driving him down a path that only leads to sacrifice. You don't agree with your father's ways. He's strong against his enemies and he's loyal to his friends, but when he needs to stand up for them, he will face the reality that his friends make him weak. Make him weak, okay. The old man who has believed in people all his life. The old comedian. The old Curmudgeon never thinks about what to do after being betrayed. Maybe he's already taken that bitter pill. He bore the pain of betrayal over and over again his whole life, and he said nothing. Whether it's an infected who heard about reunion and decided to join up, or an infected who feels they can get away with anything. Reunion is factionalizing, and our leaders are doing nothing to stop it. I will definitely go back to Chernobyl after the Lungmen business is over. This time, I must face her. Because I'm not long for this world. How to phrase this better than Eostar? Because okay, my mind is blanking. I've been streaming for so long, my mind is blanking. I'll just continue. Because I'm just a short guest now. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? I get the meaning. I promised my brothers I'll find a home for everyone. Before I fall, I have to make good on my promise. Why are you telling me all this? Because the look in your eyes tells me that you're not just another executioner. Maybe. So what? It's best to doubt yourself. It's the only way you won't grow through life. Fanatically convinced of something. Because I'm not going to last long in this world. Do you hear voices outside? It sounds like they're digging above us. And my body is... well, I can move my fingers already. Thank you. For what? Thanks for helping me pass the time. Dr. Matrix, I'd like to make a bet with you. Let me guess. If your people dig us out first, I will kill all of you in the blink of an eye. Okay, that is not what I expected. If my brothers and sisters break through first, your life ends here. Wanna bet? Damn, okay. I thought this was gonna be the bet about lose for us, huh? Yeah, I see it. I fucking see it. Hey, looks like it's on. You know what? Good thing we yapped so much. It looks like we're only like 4 stages away from what's it called? 4 stages worth of story until we reach the ending. But yeah, I would say I had an awesome time. Hope you all enjoyed that as well. I'll be back tomorrow. If you want to convert the time rate, it's the timing when I start streaming. It's gonna be 1:30 a.m. IST. Yes, I stream starting almost after midnight and early morning, and continue till like 5:30 or 5. Depends on how long I want to stream it. But yeah, if you like the stream, be sure to like it. If you disliked it, be sure to dislike it. All the people that couldn't catch the stream live, remember, you can share your thoughts down in the comment section down below. And I will see all of you in the next one. Goodbye, folks. Take care.